going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to do the NFL Beast Week 4 predictions. Joining me once again, the Rain 48.
48, baby.
Yeah. Last week was pretty close. I had 11, you had 10.
Damn it!
It was kind of more balanced.
Damn it!
Yeah, it was close though. I mean, I'll tell you, I just rather have my Packers win than have the win of the week. I'll tell you that.
Oh, did they lose?
Yeah, shut up. I was not happy about that. That was a train wreck. Yeah. A lot of surprises, obviously, I would say. But getting to tomorrow's Amazon Thursday night game, we have the rivals of the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals.
The traveling Seahawks are a 1.5 point favorite.
Pick 'em. You know, I'm not really sure where this one's going to go, but Sam Darnold seems to be getting back into rhythm, so I'm going to go with the safer bet of the Seattle Seahawks winning here. Could go either way. It could be a close game. Cardinals almost had the Niners. They choked it at the end there, but I'm going to say Seattle gets it. What do we got here? Maybe like a 21-19 victory for the Seahawks.
I'm going the other way.
Okay.
It's finally Trey Benson season, baby. Not to celebrate an injury, but I have been waiting for a reason for Trey Benson to be a starter in this league since he was drafted last year, and there's no more depth chart to bury him. The man averaged over 6 yards a carry most games he gets the ball. Why is he not the starter? I'm telling you right now, Arizona, underneath the power of Trey Benson.
Because they just like him as a third down back.
No, it's nothing because there are games that he'll out carry Connor, and then there are games he'll just get 4 carries.
It could just be the case of he's the veteran, and so they just want to start him just because.
Well, fuck that. Watch Trey Benson become the guy. I've got him in many fantasy leagues. If he's available in yours, go get him. Plus, you know, Arizona made out with what might have been the steal of the draft in Will Johnson this year. Michigan product, should have been a top 5 pick. Concern over knee degeneration issues, that he might not have a long-term career, and he's got the second highest cornerback, not rookie, cornerback Pro Football Focus grade in the league right now.
Yep.
I think they're going to glue him to JSN. And he's familiar with JSN, being that he played in Michigan, JSN's Ohio State. Give me Arizona 35, Seattle 20.
Okay, so a statement game for you. Your prediction here. Anyways, so then we move to the Sunday games, and this is the first week of the international games.
Morning, wee fucker. We're going to Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah. I think this is their first one, too, in Ireland.
No,
Usually Great Britain.
I think there was Dublin last year, I think.
I thought they said this was
I'm
the
pretty
first
sure
one.
there was one in Dublin last year.
But, because I know they did Germany They did Germany for a couple of years, one time, and then they did the Great Britain a couple times a year. But I think it's their first. But nonetheless, it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll have to get up if you want to watch this game. I probably will miss half of this game because it's so early. But it's the Minnesota Vikings at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Vikings are a 2.5 point favorite.
I'm surprised by that. Vikings did blow out the Cincinnati Bengals, like you said. Your little boy Wentz decided to show up this week.
Yeah, sure shit did.
But at the same token, on the flip side, the Pittsburgh Steelers showed up last week. And I think they're going to show up again. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to get this team on the cylinders. Mike Tomlin's going to have them all coached up. I'm going to have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not exactly sure. What is the field going to be?
That's what I'm trying to figure that out at the moment.
Because I don't know what the field's going to be. If it's going to be turf or a field turf or real grass. because that also could be a factor as well. I'm assuming this is a soccer field, so.
Has the NFL played in Dublin? It's
in the preseason, but not in the regular season. Oh, 97. 97 preseason.
Croquet Park, which is the site of the Gaelic games, so it's definitely going to be grass.
So basically, the last time they played there apparently was 1997 in a preseason game. So this is their first ever regular season game in Ireland. So
where the hell did they play then last year?
it probably would have been more Great Britain games and then the one Germany game that they play. Because I know like they had the Great Britain games for a few weeks and then they do the Germany game last after that. So
Here we go. Give me this. Here we go. Come on. Let's go Wikipedia. Because they definitely... No, because that's not even showing the Brazil games.
Oh, okay.
This is only showing the London games.
And not even the German
No.
games? Well...
Here we go. 5 games in 3 countries. Okay, then I guess it was just Brazil, Germany, and 3 in London.
3 in London and then the Germany... Or, yeah, the one Germany one.
All right, well...
For me, the way I see it, I mean, we did say it was the grass field, right?
It is going to be grass. And I would assume it's not turf where the Gaelic games happened.
Yeah, soccer.
No, I think it's like their Olympics.
Oh, okay. Well, Olympics too. So I'm going to. That's going to probably because I think doesn't the Vikings play on turf, field turf? I think they do, and I think because the Steelers play on grass. I'm pretty sure, unless because they play on an older stadium.
It is the Vikings do indeed play on turf.
So I think that's going to be more of an edge for the Steelers. I believe the Steelers play on grass, and usually these games don't really score as much. Obviously, this isn't Great Britain, but I still think it's going to be kind of the same thing.
That's not the question I meant to ask.
The time zone.
Acrisure Stadium is indeed live grass.
Yeah, the time.
That's insane that they're able to do that.
What?
Live grass and roll out everything with the fact that they rotate throughout the year Steelers and Panthers games.
Wait, what?
The Pitt Panthers, the college team,
Oh.
plays at Acrisure Stadium as well.
Okay, so
The college team also they have to change the end zone between games,
we're talking about like a soccer team, right?
No, the Steelers.
The
Steelers Stadium, they switch out the end zones between the Steelers and the Pitt Panthers, depending on who's playing,
Okay.
on natural grass. That seems like an obscene amount of landscaping.
I guess they got a lot of it for it. But yeah, the grass I think is going to be an edge for the Steelers. Plus, the time zone difference is probably going to affect the teams maybe in the first quarter. Always having to play early, obviously. Low-scoring games usually in these type of international games is always going to usually play a factor. With that in mind, I think it will probably be a low-scoring game in the beginning. We'll probably see some points into the latter half of the game, the second half. I'm gonna say the Pittsburgh Steelers win. I'm gonna say it is gonna be like maybe I'm gonna give it a 23-13 Steelers victory.
Nah.
Of course. Pick my boy Mike Tomlin over here.
No, so the problem is you're picking grass like it doesn't benefit Minnesota. Minnesota ultimately, all teams are benefited by playing on grass. That's why nobody wants to go play it in London because it's one of the worst turfs you could play on.
Wait, because that's a soccer field, right?
Yes, that's what's causing so many. There have been a rash of season-ending injuries in the London series.
Plus the time zone differences.
Well,
Also.
beyond that, you have to look at who's on the teams and what the ages are. I'm being totally honest here. You think Aaron wants to travel to go play in London or go play in fucking
Dublin,
Ireland? No. And then like you got him, who I'm not going to say he's going to phone it in, but he's what, 40?
Tom Brady.
But did Brady ever play in London? I don't think he did.
I think he played in Germany.
I don't think he did
either.
either.
The first Germany game because it was Tampa Bay.
Okay, well, how did he do?
I don't remember.
Probably not good. I'm going to tell you right now, I've got a gut feeling Aaron phones it in. Carson Wentz is looking to still audition for a job. And the Vikings get Jordan Addison back. The offenses look somewhat flat, but they're missing their former first-round pick who's suspended 3 games. I'm going with Minnesota. I agree it's going to be a low-scoring game. Give me 24-17 Vikings.
Okay. All right, now we get back to the normal 1 o'clock games. We have the first. We have the Washington Redskins Commanders versus the Falcons at Atlanta.
This is a pick'em. 1.5 points for the Commanders.
I think it's an underestimation on the Commanders because of, they don't. I don't think Jaden Daniels is playing this week. I think it's Mark Mariota.
I heard that Daniels is pushing to play, and even so, Mariota helped hang 41 points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just going to say Mariota did actually pretty good in his start. But if I was them, even if they're pushing for him, I would start Mariota because I don't think the Falcons are that good of a team, especially what we just seen against the Panthers. I would caution them to still put in Mariota.
So that might be why the Cardinals game is different, by the way.
What?
Will Johnson, who I just hyped up for that long, is doubtful to play now.
No. Does that change?
No, I'm still going to take the Cardinals.
But anyways, but yeah, I think with the Commanders, I think that's the reason. But with if it's Mariota or Jaden Daniels, Mariota, sorry. I think they win. I think the Commanders wins the game. Falcons looked abysmal against probably one of the worst teams in the NFL right now, or at least a lot of work in progress at the very least. And they flat out shut them out last week. So I'm going to give it to the Commanders. I'm going to give it, even no matter what quarterback starts. It's going to be 26-9.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You didn't really argue during your whole spiel about the Commanders, Commies, Redskins. Yeah, man. I said last week I had a lot of faith in Mariota. I truthfully think it's going to be Jaden Daniels. All day, my phone has been lighting up about Daniels personally saying he feels ready to play. It's a team decision at this point.
I think
the team may hold him.
May hold him because, I think they can win with the backup guy. If you can win with the backup and you could sit him, have him rest up a little longer for, a game that's going to be more competitive, you might want to do that.
Listen, Mariota in his last now 3 starts with Washington has been able to connect to Terry McLaurin for well over 70 yards each game. So it's not like he's not connecting with the top targets. Listen, you got hiccups in the run game last week with Washington.
Do you think they win either with no matter what quarterback?
I don't think it's going to matter, but you have hiccups in Washington with the run game without Eckler, Bill Krosky Merritt, Jacory, whatever you want to call him, because apparently he goes by both names. Yeah, fucking go fish. I don't know. Did not look great last week. Chris Rodriguez looked okay. I mean, not JD McKissick. Whoever the hell the other running back for them is.
Oh yeah, I had to sign the other one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking.
The other one didn't.
I'm talking the one.
Beep. What do we got here?
McNichols. Jeremy McNichols had a good game. It signed everybody out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird. I got signed out too. Jeremy McNichols had a good game, I'm pretty sure.
He did. He did better than the guy.
He did better than all 3.
Yeah, he did. And that's why I signed him.
But no, they're gonna figure out that pecking order there. It was the first week with having to try all 3 running backs. Washington's going to bury Atlanta. There's no such thing as the home field advantage being that strong that you're going to make me think that it's only a 1.5 point favorite.
Not for them at least.
No.
For my team, there's home field.
And you can't even get Chick-fil-A at the stadium. So how stupid is that? You know it's a thing, right?
It is?
They opened a Chick-fil-A. They built a Chick-fil-A in the Atlanta stadium. Chick-fil-A is not open on Sundays.
But how do they... Wait.
It has never been open for an NFL game.
Why are they there then? Like, what else?
Because they didn't think it through. It's for college games that are played there. Or like when WrestleMania was there for 2 nights.
But they didn't think that they could make more money on Sunday?
Sure didn't. Well, that's Chick-fil-A's motto. That's not the NFL.
I know, but I'm saying that they're losing money that way.
Sure shit is.
Do you know how many people would pay that?
Yeah. Give me Washington 38, Atlanta... Give me Atlanta 24.
Wait,
38-24 Washington.
Okay, I got you. Alrighty. Next, we have the LA Chargers at the New Jersey Giants.
I don't know how the Chargers are only a 6.5 point favorite.
Well, they are starting darts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're only... Because I don't think Jackson Dart's going to fare well. I'm going to make it short and sweet. I think they're making a bad choice by switching this early. I don't think Russ has been that bad. I think Russ being as calm as he is why they're switching.
It's because of the media.
That's it. The media in New York is a zoo. But give me the Chargers 31, the Giants 3.
I do think this is a mistake. I think when I heard the announcement, I thought, like, this is too early. But again, you know, the media, especially in the New Jersey, New York media, especially with the way social media is these days about always wanting the first round guy in there right away over the veteran if they're not playing that well. Short-term memory loss always when it comes to this stuff. I would not have done it, especially with a team like the Chargers right now who look like could quite possibly be the division winners of their division, taking it away from Kansas City.
This is a pivotal week for them as well.
Yeah.
They win, they go to 4-0. Then KC later on in the week has the Ravens.
Yeah.
Who
are also struggling, who are also desperate.
So then they can go to 1-3 and the Chargers will have...
Which, by the way, the Ravens are also a desperate team in that game as well. So, you know.
I don't know if I call them desperate, but yeah, I think the best case scenario is...
They're both in urgency.
Hey, I hope both teams tie. We'll get to that in a minute.
That would be an interesting one. But anyways, yeah. I don't think Darts is going to be ready for this one. Harbaugh's going to have him. It's going to have his number. Chargers are going to win. Give me 27-10.
Oh, you're giving a lot more credit to the Giants there than I am.
Yeah, I think there could be with the Chargers' secondary issues.
They haven't had it though. Their defense has been good.
Yeah, but they've had a couple screw ups here and there, and I think that might happen. I think the touchdown is going to be on garbage time, though. I don't think it's going to be.
If it's a garbage time touchdown, I'll tell you who's scoring it. It's Cam Scatabo.
Yeah, that guy.
Cam Scatabo is going to score the touchdown in garbage time if it's going to be that.
Yeah.
Because he is a human fucking monster truck.
That guy he's considered a fullback?
No, he's a running back.
Oh, okay.
He was a running back at Arizona State. That's when he first got his fandom. He beat up on Texas and almost got Arizona State into the championship.
Yeah, I thought he might have been a full, but he was like also a little athletic too. But
yeah,
kind of reminds me like a
Peyton Hillis.
Kind of reminds me like a coon.
No, he's Peyton Hillis. He's Peyton Hillis times 2.
All right.
The great white excite.
All right, next we have the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. Please tell me they're not. Please tell me they're not wearing the Oilers uniforms.
I hope they are.
I hope they're not.
I hope they are. They kind of be funny.
I don't think they deserve
the Texans are a 7.5 point favorite.
Yeah, Look. The Texans haven't been playing particularly well. I know
the Texans are a dumpster fire
with C.J. Stroud and stuff like that.
How about C.J. Gardner-Johnson?
But what are the Tennessee Titans doing right now?
Did you see what just happened with C.J. Gardner-Johnson? They traded to get him from the Eagles, and they cut him after 3 games. A starting safety in the league.
They tried to trade him.
They got him in the offseason. They traded for him in the offseason.
And then they cut him.
And they cut him 3 games in the season.
Was he that bad?
No! He's a former fucking Pro Bowler.
Is anybody signed? Well, he's got to go off waivers, right?
Yeah, he was just caught like a day ago.
So yeah, he might not be able to play this week if someone signed him because they have to wait for waivers.
No, you would get waivers by Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, they would wait until Friday, but even then, it probably wouldn't.
Unless there's something that people are missing.
Yeah. Yeah, but despite how the Texans are playing, and it's not that good, the Tennessee Titans are they're just not a good team. They got Cameron Ward, but, I mean, he's a work in progress. He's a young quarterback, obviously, and he's going to have his struggles. Despite the struggles the Texans are playing at, I just can't not pick them against a team that's just had so many problems going back to last year. They have a young quarterback, but I just don't see it, man. I'm gonna say 16-10 Texans.
Chalk us up against each other again.
Opposite.
I never thought I'd be on this team, but shout out to Big Bill, Beastie. Tighten up. Listen, man. End of the day, looking at this, somebody broke C.J. Stroud, and I think Houston needs to figure out who the fuck it was, because that man is no longer a starting quarterback in the NFL.
New offensive coordinator, maybe?
No. He had a bad year last year, and then he just hasn't come back.
He was okay last year.
No, he was not. He was like the 20. If we're talking statistically, fantasy wise, he was
fantasy.
But he was okay, and they didn't fucking do much. He was not good. And then he only scored 10 points against a bad Jaguars defense. He scored 10 or less in 2 of 3 games. I'm not giving the Titans a pass here, because the Titans are not good. But the Titans at least have pieces to look good. Alec Minor, we talked about him a couple weeks ago. The dude, week 1, led the NFL in air yards. You know what that means?
Air yards?
Yes. He had the most directional throws in his area that were either dropped or incomplete.
Okay.
The dude is beating coverage left and right. He has had 3 good weeks back to back. Week 1 he looked good and didn't do shit because they wouldn't throw to him. He had 1 catch. He's had 2 touchdowns back to back weeks. He's had a touchdown each week. And I do think Tennessee's defense is better than Jacksonville's. So give me Tennessee. I'm going to say it's a close one, but give me 24. Give me 24-12.
Okay.
Tighten up. I'm going to need you to clip that for me.
Okay.
Send it to Beast. There's hair at the bottom of the yogurt.
Beast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Beast.
He's on YouTube?
No, that's Mr. Beast, and he's really rich.
Oh.
Mr. Beast, tighten up the hair at the bottom of the yogurt.
All right. Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Eagles are a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah. Look, Baker Mayfield has done what he can. He's a good starter. But right now, the Eagles just seem just continuing where they left off last year, really. I mean, they were down by a lot to the Rams, and
You never responded to what you sent me earlier.
oh no, I just sent you a video about it.
And did you see my response?
Yeah, you disagreed with it.
I partially disagreed with it.
Okay.
I'm not saying the refs aren't on the Eagles' side, because every single week something with a tush-push is
there's like false
offsides.
starts. There's like false
However,
starts.
the guy who made that video is just reaching for attention, because every other call he threw on there, brother.
That's the power of YouTube football fans.
Yeah, but I'm watching this, and if it's a hold, right here. No, I'm not even doing that. You don't have to. If it's a hold, you can see fabric. There's the hand here and comes away. There's no fabric. That's not a hold. If we are going here and my arms go here and you rock it there, that's not a push-off. If my arms come here, you go there, you're just a wrestler.
Yep. I just, yeah.
I just I 100% agree on what the first argument is.
The tush push being.
But that is the same as Bills fans being salty about everything with KC. There is some truth to yes, the refs are definitely favoring favors, but it's not everything. For fuck's sake,
it isn't. Yeah. But I'm gonna in terms of this game. Despite the Eagles going off of a slow start last week, I think they will still win this game against the Bucs. I am going to be wondering, since this has been 2 weeks now that we have seen the tush push, should have been a false starts being called that weren't. I am starting to wonder when the refs are going to actually call those, or if they are going to see them now, because obviously the league is going to look out for that.
No, they won't.
They're gonna try, well,
they won't.
They want to get the move banned. So, I think eventually.
I don't, because the thing is, the league can say what they want, but until action is in place, they don't want it.
Well, yeah, but they wanted to get it outlawed this offseason.
But did they? If they wanted to, they would have. If they wanted to, they would have.
The owners didn't want to. Well, some of the owners. Only 9 of the owners didn't, or voted.
If it was that big of an issue, the league would not have put it to a vote. The league would have just outright made moves.
Well, yeah, but it was 2 votes behind from it being approved.
But I'm saying is if it's that much of an issue, the league doesn't put it to a vote. The league just says this is no longer how we play football.
Well, but that's what they wanted to do, though. That's not.
Anyhow,
but yeah, I am wondering if they're gonna call it though. If we're gonna start seeing it. I did see a couple of videos where people analyzed the tush push. That a lot of times Jalen Hurts goes to his left when he does the tush push, and that's where most of the times they should focus on putting a guy on top.
Well, they're going to this week.
But that's what people.
Well, did you see?
A lot of people are saying that.
But did you see?
Well, what?
Big old DJ?
DJ.
Big old DJ.
Is this a YouTuber?
No. Oh, no.
Okay.
This is a Florida Gator, baby.
Okay.
There's a 451-pound defensive tackle who also played running back and has scored touchdowns in college.
Okay.
He was known for it. He was on Tampa's practice squad. They didn't let him play during camp. They said he was out of shape. They would not let him participate. And they signed him to the active roster this week.
Are they going to use him for the tush push?
Brother, how else would you not put a 450-pound anchor in the fucking center of a tush push? Go ahead and push that, man. Good fucking luck. And then we'll hear Jason Kelsey cry about how it's not fair.
Alright. But probably there has been a couple times where the push has been stopped. It's just a matter of how you execute it, I guess, really. But I'm going to say the Eagles still win. I'm going to say it's a close game, like the Rams game. But I'm going to give it... I'm going to say it is 30-27, Eagles.
Okay, so it's not DJ, it's Desmond. Desmond Watson. Okay, of course you're not going to pull up. Brother, 6'5", 449 pounds. The dude is a behemoth.
They're just going to be like, yeah, we're just going to put you on this, that.
Yeah, that's it. You at that point, let this dude go make money. Cut him and let him bounce from team to team just to stop the push, the tush push. I don't think to the extent of the Chiefs dynasty is the NFL protecting the Eagles. I think the Eagles are primed for the picking. I have said it a couple times this year. I do have a lot of faith in the Bucs. The team is good. The defense is weak. But that offense is elite. I know they're missing Mike Evans, but they're getting Chris Godwin back. They have to figure out what's happening at tight end. Kate Otten has not done shit this year. Mm-hmm. However, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna say the Bucs pull off the upset here.
Alright, go ahead, do it.
Give me 24-21. Bucs get the upset.
Still a 3-point game.
It's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be... It might be one of the best games to watch this week.
Right down to the wire.
It might be one of the best games to watch this week.
All right. We have the Carolina Panthers at the New England Patriots. Patriots are 6-point favorites.
Roughly, yes. 5.5.
Right. Oh, 5.5.
5.5, which means 6, yes.
That was a good guess.
I'll start this out easy. I don't care what the Panthers did last week. The Panthers are going to continue to play Xavier Legette, who is just running cardio. The Patriots have a shockingly good defense. Drake May is a very competent quarterback. I really thought he had the game against Pittsburgh. He's showing he's multifaceted. He can run, he can pass. Give me New England 24-16.
I also think the Patriots are going to win. The Panthers are just... they're a work in progress.
Come back to us in 2 years about the Panthers, and I truthfully think that Carolina is a team that might have that division.
Maybe. I mean, there's got to be a lot of development with the quarterback and other stuff, but I mean, just there's a lot of work that's got to be done with that team. Right now, it's not there. The Patriots win. I'm gonna say 27. I'm gonna say 27-16. I'm gonna give the Patriots. The Panthers will look a little good, but in the end, the Patriots will overpower them. All right, next, New Orleans Saints at the Buffalo Bills. It's coming right here.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're Vegas, you're gonna make a lot of money this week. The Bills are a 15.5-point favorite. 15.5.
Holy shit.
I told you before we got on the air, that's why I'm not going to mock the Cleveland victory last week, is because very much so could happen at any point in time. And this could be the week for Buffalo. Buffalo plays down to opponents. They played down to Miami and should not have been as close in that game as they were.
Also, just don't remember that there was 3 blocked field goals last week, too.
I don't care. Buffalo's infamous for playing down, and I never thought I would say this, because I don't want to say this. We said this last week about him. Spencer Rattler is Blake Bortles. The dude is producing fantasy stats, and he's throwing the ball a million times. Well, guess what? If you're playing behind and he's throwing the ball well... okay, well, if you're not that far ahead, what's that going to do to you? I'm not saying it's on Josh. Honestly, it's on Joe Brady. Because I think Joe Brady gets cutesy at times. They should have buried that Dolphins game early. And instead they like to get cutesy. We don't want to stomp out our friends. No, fuck your friends. Your friends don't give you a Super Bowl ring. Put a dagger to the throat, win the game, and it's over.
Kyle wants that ring.
I do want to finally say that it's not an AFL, NFL fucking championship. Put a ring on it. Come here. Want to be on the show? Okay, you don't want to be on the show.
Okay.
You want to get at the ring, right? You want the Bills to get a ring? With your cool Josh Allen shoes? Good talk. I'm gonna take Buffalo because, like, I would have to be out of my fucking mind not to, but I'm not confident in it. Give me 31-21 Bills. They're gonna continue to score.
As a fantasy owner of Josh Allen, I am worried about this being a jet game again.
Trap game.
A trap game where they just give the touchdowns to the running backs.
Well, hold on.
Hold on.
And I didn't do the homework on what last week was, but
I think it has the feeling of a game like that.
But the reason they did that with the Jets was because the Jets' secondary was as advertised. That was game planning. That was meant to happen. And they killed the Jets.
And they didn't play their best. And they still killed them. I don't think they played the best in the game. That's the thing.
What do we think the Saints got? Saints. So, I mean, the Saints have allowed 108 and then 75 yards to running backs, to quarterbacks, and I didn't put week 3 in there. But to quarterbacks, 163 week 1. That was Kyler Murray, needed a dog shit week 1. 279 week 2. Who was week 2 with the Saints? Was that the... That was the Niners. That was Mac Jones. And then, yeah, dude, they're... In theory, Josh Allen should throw all over him. Because Darnold, they went for another 240, roughly, with Seattle.
Yeah, but that's my thing with that. But I do think they destroy the Saints. I don't think the Saints are going to... They might get a garbage time touchdown after the game's out of reach. But I'm going to say Bills win 31 to 10. I don't think the Saints are going to be any much of a problem.
So we both think I'm doing 4 touchdown huggy bombs on Sunday. Heard.
Well, yeah, I'm going to give them the spread of that 15.5. But
I am not.
But that's only just because I just feel like this is going to be. I just feel like the Bills are going to go in there. They don't. I don't think the Bills are going to even have to play their best football against this team. I really don't. I think it's going to be like with the Jets.
Listen, I was won like $580 last Thursday. Okay? Okay.
All right. Next, we have the Cleveland Browns at the Detroit Lions.
The Lions are a 9.5-point favorite.
Yep.
Be careful. Somebody in your division just lost to the Browns. Listen, I'm not going to say this isn't a trap game. Detroit, I think, was still riding high on the we beat the piss out of Ben Johnson times. And I think, I'm not making excuses for you, but I think that, plain and simple, Green Bay went in too full of themselves. Were there not articles you sent me about, we think we can go undefeated?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's something you said. That's an article you sent.
Well, that's like the actual player said it.
And that's what I'm saying. The team went in very full of themselves. I think losing to Cleveland is the best thing that could have happened to you.
Wake up call.
It's a humbling. Hey,
you lost to a team you should have.
Yes, don't look at, because that is the one thing.
Playing as bad as they played.
That is the one thing I will say that I like what you hear out of the Bills players' mouth is we don't look ahead, and that is it. You can't look ahead. I don't know that Detroit will look ahead, and to be fair, I don't think Baltimore's as bad as their record shows. I don't think, in all reality, I never thought I'd say this, you give Baltimore one break, or you give Cleveland one break in that Baltimore game, you think they could win that game?
What was the score in that game? Because that was a high-scoring game.
It was like...
Didn't they have like 40 or something on them?
41-17. You reverse one of those, give them a break, and they can stop that, and think they can get another one at the end. You think they can win that game?
I think it might have been close, but they might have...
So if they're within a field goal, and Andre Mintz hits the kick in week 1, yeah, you have a 2-1 Browns team that we're not laughing at.
And the narrative would have been much different because the narrative right now is that maybe we should bench Joe Flacco, which I don't think is the right move, by the way. But
for the Browns,
yeah, there's already talk about
after you guys won, after they
won, yeah.
Why?
I don't know, but there's a narrative going around that maybe they should put in like
Dylan Gabriel.
I
like Dylan Gabriel, and the thing is,
I think Sept's better, but
that's the thing. I have openly said many times how much I like Shedeur Sanders, but I have seen Dylan Gabriel's tape for 5 years. I am also a very, very big Dylan Gabriel fan, so it's not like I'm not. But that's why I'm not going to shit on the Browns' loss. I do think the Browns are a better team than the record indicated.
Yeah.
I think they're going to give Detroit a better run, and it would not shock me if they beat Detroit.
But you're going to go with the Lions.
I'm going to go with the Lions. I think Detroit knows what's at stake here. Detroit lost to you guys week 1. They have a very attainable next 4. Detroit could come out of the next 4 6-1. And if they want a shot to beat you guys for the division, they need to.
Yeah, because we're playing them, I think, are we playing... The next time we play them is on Thanksgiving, right?
That sounds right. But so like they have to make the most of their opportunities, and you know who's going to know that the most? Dan fucking Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
So
and fourth down guy, Dan Campbell.
And I'm gonna get a lot of hate in your comment section for this.
What?
If I have to look at who can handle pressure more, I think Joe Flacco can handle it better than Lamar Jackson can.
I mean,
Lamar looked terrific the other day. And you know I am not a Joe Flacco fan.
Yeah.
Give me the Lions 24, the Browns 20. The Lions do not cover the spread. Vegas,
you said 24-20.
24-20. Vegas makes their money, but they eke it out. It is a Dan Campbell stamp of a victory.
I also think it's going to be kind of around the same score. I'm going to say...
But the opposite. Give me the Browns!
No, I'm not going with the Browns. Unfortunately...
You're feeling how I felt last week. Like, there's no way in hell you can pick the Browns in this, but...
Yeah. I'm going to pick the Lions, unfortunately. I'm going to say it's 26-20. Going to give it a little bit more there, but a 6-point game.
4 field goals? Or a missed extra
I think
point?
it's going to be a missed extra point.
Are we out of 1 o'clocks?
We are at 4:05. Pretty sure we got all the ones.
I think so as well.
First 4:05 games, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the San Francisco 49ers.
The Niners are a 3.5 point favorite.
They should be. Also,
they shouldn't.
They shouldn't?
Brock Purdy's back.
Oh,
Injured Brock. Without a backup.
I like Brock Purdy. So
Without a backup, without receivers. Spoiler alert, give me the Jags.
Okay, what's your score? You're going for it so confidently.
21-13.
21-13.
21-13. Jags continue to roll. The Jags 2-1. They know they need a win. They have to. Because Indy is fucking rolling. Indy is for real. I'll eat my fucking Indiana Jones hat when I buy one. I'll make sure it's not made out of cake. Because everything nowadays can be made out of cake.
So we got to bring back the pledge now?
Huh?
The letter. Daniel Jones letter.
No, that's why I'm just gonna offer to eat a cake-made hat. I'm not. If I see that letter, I'm gonna wipe my ass with it on live TV, and we're gonna get canceled.
I mean, I could just send you the NFL memes.
We're gonna get canceled. Don't get yourself canceled.
We could just edit that out. Edit those videos.
I'll find your password. They'll know the truth.
Can always put that in outtakes at the end of the season.
Me wiping my ass?
Oh, we're gonna have an outtake. We're gonna have an outtake blooper video.
Oh god. Oh god. It's so horrific. It's just a whole bunch of gingers. It's me. It's me, Austin. It was me all along.
It's me, Austin.
That's for sure going on there. What the fuck am I doing?
Anyways, I think the 49ers to win. I do win the thing. Do win the game. I think Brock Purdy comes back, shows what he can do. They need the win just as much as Jacksonville does. Close game.
Do they know they're 3-0?
True, but I mean, are they a good 3-0?
No, because they're not a good team.
Yeah.
I had the Niners fucking picking in the top 10 when I did mine.
Yeah. So
And I still think they'll find a way there. And they don't have Bosa for the rest of the year.
23-20.
All right.
Winning field goal at the buzzer again. Lucky game for them. It'll eventually come back to bite them, but right now, they'll get it. 49ers. Next 4:05 game, we got the Indianapolis Colts against the LA Rams.
Well, this is a game I think you'll enjoy because the Rams are a 3.5 point favorite, and you get to hear me admit that Indiana Jones is going to fucking win. Because if given the lesser of two evils, this is going to sound like Steiner math. Having to choose between the lesser of two evils.
To be fair, the Rams did give a run to the money for the Eagles.
I just don't like the Rams. And McVay's always been a good coach. McVay's a good coach, but I don't think the Rams are a good team. And now there's drama about Puka Nacua and his baby mama or some shit. I just saw that on social media the other day. I don't trust the Rams. I'm going with the Colts. Indiana, Danny Diamonds, as they're calling him now.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
No, he's Danny Diamonds, not Danny Dimes anymore.
I heard Indiana Jones.
Is going to get the job done on the road. The Colts fans are going to rejoice. They're going to call him the next Peyton Manning. I wouldn't do that.
He's not the next Peyton Manning, but he is a good selling quarterback.
Hey, you know what he might be? The next Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck's a good quarterback.
He'll get you 2 years and retire.
I don't think Andrew Luck was as great as they said.
I heard somebody the other day refer to him as the legend Andrew Luck, and
that's what I'm saying. Like,
don't get me wrong.
I think Luck was a good quarterback.
I very much so thought. I thought Luck was a great quarterback. Legend may be a stretch.
I don't think, like, a lot of people thought he was, like going to be like the Peyton Manning.
He didn't play long enough to prove it.
Well, yeah.
And I think that's my issue. If he would have gotten to 10 years...
Even in his good years, though.
No, in his good years, his
see
surrounding cast wasn't good enough to get him there. I will say that. The dude had an arm.
Yeah, but having a great arm doesn't mean you're going to be a great quarterback.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say the name. I'm just going to shut my mouth.
But, yeah.
Colts, they're going to win 27-20.
I also think the Colts will win. I think our Daniel Jones over here has got a lot to prove. I mean, he wants to be the guy. He doesn't want this to be a one-year thing. He wants to be the guy, you know. He got run out of Giants. You know, he had a couple flashes there.
He's running from Giants?
Doesn't think he had a couple flashes, but never really, with that media. And you've talked about this over the years.
New York media is fucking horrible.
It's bad, And
that's where, it sucks, but it's wild. I don't think Justin Fields is washed. I think that injury against Buffalo was unfortunate. Buffalo's defense is good. But where was he before? Two very large media markets, Chicago and Pittsburgh. That dude's going to know...
Pittsburgh, he didn't really get a chance. He was back up pretty much.
But it's still a big media market.
Yeah.
He started 6 games.
He started 6 games, but then they did...
But he was still going to hear the media.
Yeah, but they didn't keep him as the starter, though. They still went to Russell Wilson.
I was going to say, when's the last time you saw me defend a Jets quarterback this much, but we all know I love Zach Wilson. The Milfinator.
The last time the Jets had a real quarterback was back in the 60s. So
no, listen, they have had 3 real quarterbacks. They just don't have them on the roster.
Yeah, but they ran them out of town.
Yeah.
Colts, I gave my score. I'm going to say 28-17.
All right.
Colts. 4:25 game, the first one. We got the Chicago Bears at the Oakland Raiders. Las Vegas Raiders.
The Bears are a 1.5 point favorite.
You say that like you think the Bears are going to win.
No, I'm confused. Congratulations, you won a fucking game. Act like you've been there. I'm going with the Raiders. Ben Johnson won a game. He has exactly one NFL victory.
Against a team that traded away their cornerstone defensive player, by the way.
And we all know the fucking Cowboys suck. I literally... Did I not pick the Giants over the Cowboys the week before? Because I did. The Cowboys are dog duty. But the Bears are not much better. I've said so many times, I have a lot of faith in the Raiders. Pete Carroll is fucking 98.5.
And he still runs around
he's
like
70, he's 72, but he still is one of the best coaches in the league.
He still runs around like he's in his 20s.
Geno Smith knows he needs to look something good. That division is technically wide open. Or at least the wild card is. I'm going with the Raiders. Give me 24-16.
24-16. I am also going to pick the Raiders over the Bears. And
the Bears.
Yeah. Look, I don't see the Bears as that good of a team. They got one win against a terrible Cowboys team.
Listen,
Raiders are work in progress, but
the Bears have a lot of talent. But Rome wasn't built in a day. I do think Caleb Williams is a good... Caleb Williams, right?
Yep.
I think he's a good quarterback. I think they need a better running back. I think they're 3 receivers. You can be as mad as you want. I think they might have the best trio of receivers in the league.
Yeah. Raiders, I think, win 2017. Raiders.
Same page.
And Seth Rollins will say he hates football now again.
Okay, well.
Which is good.
Go take a GTS and call me in the morning.
All right, next, 4:25 game, Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. Desperation.
Ravens are a 2.5 point favorite. As they should be.
Yeah, Ravens, 3 straight fumbles for Derrick Henry.
It's almost like we called at 32 years old he'd finally run out of steam.
But he's playing good though. It's just he
only had 50 yards, dog.
Never look at the first game though.
Yeah, okay, in sense.
Ah.
He's always had Buffalo's number. He always has, and I'm not going to say despite that, but like, the dude's 32. Eventually he's going to run out of steam. And teams also know, push the line. If he doesn't get 5 yards to fucking speed up, he's easier to tackle.
Yeah, so there's that problem. The Chiefs obviously are really deflated, but at the same time, last week the Ravens felt deflated too against the Lions. They just could not do anything at the end there.
The end, yes. No, that's the proper statement. The first three quarters was a awesome game.
The first 3 quarters were an awesome game, but then the Ravens, they just turned it off in the fourth quarter, just like in the Bills at the end of the Bills game. They turned it off.
Look what happens when you make Lamar have to make passes.
Well, I mean, he can make passes.
But when you force him to throw and everybody knows he's not going to run, that was it. Because you needed Zay Flowers yards, right?
He didn't do anything.
Two of those, but
catches for
but
Flowers.
After his two passes were 5 yards over his head.
Yep.
That's nowhere close to accurate. Another 2 were over Bateman's head. Like, if you are MVP caliber, you have to reel in your passes. Because everybody used to shit on Josh. He's inaccurate. Okay, well, what the fuck's that excuse? And this is coming from somebody who's picking the Ravens, by the way. I don't get, like, everybody wants to ride Josh's dick, that he didn't deserve it, Lamar's better, and then we get that abysmal experience.
That was a rare, well, to be fair, that last year, the MVP candidate, that was a rare thing where, like, you had 3 potential people that could have won the MVP. Usually,
the year before was Josh and Lamar, and went to Lamar.
I know, but I'm saying that usually, a lot of times when the league MVP is decided, it's usually, like, we already know that guy is going to definitely win. Like, when Patrick Mahomes won, we knew Aaron Rodgers won. Like, we knew they were, like, a runaway.
I mean, that's because
they had all the touchdown passes and
That's because Pat's dicks and Goodell's
mouth.
mouth.
Well, but it's the touchdown passes and stuff like that, because it's always a quarterback MVP, unless a running back.
I am going to tell you right now, I have zero faith that Kansas City turns this around anytime soon. Give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens 31-17. It's a statement game. Baltimore's pissed. Like they can't have their only victory be Cleveland.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say the Ravens win, but I'm going to go a little closer than this. I think it's 34-31. I'm going to say it comes down to a field goal.
In overtime?
No, I think maybe at end of regulation.
I hope overtime.
Overtime.
Because overtime would be great, because then they can miss a field goal, they can both tie, it would be hilarious.
I think it's going to be a fun game, though. I think it's going to, for offenses.
Well, you'll be seeing this because it'll be right before you tune into your game.
Yeah, that's true. It's good if you like offensive scoring and not boring-ass defensive low scoring. That's what it's going to be. But anyways, so speaking of my game, Sunday Night Football, Green Bay Packers at the Dallas Cowboys. Parkins is coming back.
Who?
Parsons.
You said Parkins.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Parsons.
Well, hey.
He's coming back.
Hey, Jerry Jones never knew his name either. It's fine. The Packers are not going to lose. They're 6.5-point favorite.
Yes.
I got you there.
Yeah, I would have had to call up Vegas at that point.
I'm going to make it short and simple. I'm not going to get into it because we know Frank's going to get into it. I'm not even going to fucking try to pick the Cowboys. They suck dick. Give me the Packers 20, the Cowboys 3.
This is not only a revenge game for
Michael Parsons.
It's
It's Micah, but Jerry calls him Michael.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know what you called him.
Every fucking interview Jerry Jones did about it, he always called him Michael Parsons. He can't pronounce Micah.
Micah Parsons.
Michael. Jerry Jones calls him Michael.
Like Michael Myers?
Yes. Like he cannot pronounce Micah.
Micah Parsons. So not only that he is coming back to get his revenge on the Cowboys, But at the same time, we need to make a statement game for what happened with the Browns, which we talked about.
Statement against the Cowboys.
But no. We need to show that, okay, we lost the game. We should have won. We didn't score that much, because if we had scored even maybe one more score early on in the game, I mean, we probably aren't in the situation we're at the end of the game, right? They're going to score very early in this game. They are going to put this game out of reach right away. Give me 34-10. And they get a garbage time touchdown. We crap on the Dallas Cowboys in this game. Go Pack, go. All right. Jordan Love throws a couple touchdown passes too.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah. Statements. I hope we get Goldman involved too, because
Golden.
I hope we get Matthew Golden involved, because we got to start seeing some stuff from him soon now too. But yeah, that's what I got. Go Pack, go. Let's go. All right, we got doubleheader Monday Night Football games. We got the 7:15 game. I believe both of these will be on ESPN and some simulcast or something like that. One will be on ABC, one will be on ESPN. First, we got the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins, and let's face it, this game, it's really not going to be on ESPN or ABC. It's going to get flexed to Comedy Central.
No.
It's going to get flexed to Comedy Central.
No.
Yep.
No.
NFL memes.
The shocker one here, the Dolphins are the 2.5-point favorite. I'm calling my shot.
You're going the Jets.
I'm going the Jets by a lot.
Is Fields in this, or is it Tyrod?
Expected to be back.
Okay.
Give me 27-7, New York Jets.
I do think the Jets are going to win. The Dolphins are a train wreck right now, and despite them being close with the Bills, I think that was more of the Bills allowing them to stay in for longer than they should have. But at the end of the day, despite the Bills not really playing their best performance against the Dolphins, what did they do? In every opportunity they got, they blew it. Roughing the punter. Automatic first down. That set up a swing for the Bills, right? The score right there. When the Dolphins could have had the ball back and possibly taken the lead. Instead, the Bills got the ball back and they scored, right? Pretty much put the game on ice at that point. And because of that, I think it's going to happen with the Dolphins here with the Jets. Jets are a young team, but at the same time, the Dolphins make mental errors like that, and they've played sloppy in other games. You're not going to win games. I'm going to say the New York Jets win no matter who the quarterback is. I'm going to say 21-7.
Big prediction of the week?
What?
Mike McDaniels gets fired.
Maybe.
If they drop to the Jets and go 0-4, McDaniels is gone.
Either that or they bench Tua. That would be another.
No.
I think they might bench Tua.
No, he'll ride or die with Tua. McDaniels is gone.
Either that or I know Hill might get traded, because I know they've been talking about that for a couple weeks, but they might hold him out until the trade deadline, to be fair, especially with all the other stuff that's going on.
All right, last game.
All right, last game, 8:15, Cincinnati Bengals at the Denver Broncos.
Listen, Denver hasn't been inspiring, but Denver's a 7.5-point favorite, and how could they not be? Minnesota with Carson Wentz.
Well, to be fair, the Bengals didn't have their quarterback, but...
But that's what I'm saying. Carson Wentz just destroyed this version of the Bengals.
Yeah.
And now you're going to a top 5 defense in the Broncos.
Yeah.
With, I know it's a struggling Bo Nix, but give me the Broncos 45. The Bengals 7.
I also think the Broncos are going to win. Broncos do have some issues, but they shouldn't have any issues against a team like this, especially with the way they played last week. Bengals are going to have a lot of problems this year, especially now that they don't have Joe Burrow. For pretty much most of the season. He's not going to come back until like maybe November.
I'm going to tell you right now, he's not going to come back. Because it was 3 months, which would be mid-December, And if they are...
I thought it was like the
No, it said 3 months.
Oh, okay.
So 3 months from middle of September would be
Unless they're
mid-October,
playoff
November, December.
contenders, which good luck with that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to stay alive that long? Nah, dog.
Yeah, they'll be gone. And by that point, like, why would you bother playing him in games that, aren't playoff contention?
Exactly.
At that point? So, yeah, I got the Broncos winning. I'm not going to give it as large as you do, but I'll get it close. 31-10 Broncos. Broncos, let's ride, as Russell Wilson used to say, right?
I don't think we say that anymore. That's not PC. But that'll do it.
Yeah, guys. So that is our predictions. Make sure to comment, rate. Also, look out for Beast Picks. Our Beast Packers the Green Bay Packers Beast recap show after the Packers game. I will put that up. Give my analysis and stats of the game and breaking down like all the key plays and stuff like that. That's my spinoff show. Also, you got those
Nikki, 2 scoops. Hit them up for ice cream. They're still open for a little bit. Jeanette at the beauty parlor out in Orchard Park. And Rebel Nomad Adventure Gear. Great adventure gear for great adventure people.
All right. And that's it, guys. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure to follow. Yeah, that's it.
That's all I got.
Yep. I am the Ultimate Goku. He's the Reigning 48. We're out of here. Peace.